Hello students, in this video we are going to cover up writing ionic equation and how can we balance ionic equations. So mainly ionic equations shows the ions that take part in a reaction and it leaves out the spectator ions that do not take part in the reaction. I'll teach you spectator ions in detail in the coming slides. So most of the ionic compounds are soluble in water. They exist as ions in the aqueous solution. An ionic equation is a simplified chemical equation, always remember, that shows the reactants which are involved in the aqueous solution in the ionic states. Let's take an example of it. Let's suppose we are having silver nitrate, which is an ionic compound in the aqueous state. It's very important to take them in the aqueous state, otherwise there won't be any ionization. Plus we are having sodium chloride, which will also be in the aqueous state, and they will react, and the product which will be formed will be silver chloride in the solid state plus sodium nitrate in the aqueous state. So this is how we are going to write an ionic equation. Here you can see that all the four compounds are ionic in nature and they can easily be ionized and they are in the aqueous state, but the product silver chloride will be in the solid state. Now what are the steps involved in balancing an ionic equation? The first and foremost important thing is to write down the formula of reactants and products, accurate formulas. We have to write, and the second thing is to balance them. How can we balance it? We have to count the number of atoms on both sides of equation. Third is to rewrite the equation in terms of ions for the substances in the aqueous states. As we are using ionic compounds in the ionic equation, so we have to write down the equation again in terms of its ions. Then fourth is to cancel out the spectator ions. What are spectator ions? Spectator ions are those ions which are not taking part in the reaction, which are just present in the aqueous solution, but they are not taking part in the reaction. Now the last step is to rewrite the equation without spectator ions. So let's take an example. We are taking the previous example again. When aqueous sodium chloride is added to aqueous silver nitrate, so this will produce into aqueous sodium chloride, this will produce silver nitrate, sodium nitrate and silver chloride. What is the first step? To write down the accurate formulas. So here we have written the accurate formulas: silver nitrate, sodium chloride, silver chloride and sodium nitrate. The second is to count and balance the number of atoms on both sides. Here look at this, we are having one silver ion, one nitrate ion, one sodium ion and one chloride ion. So similarly inside of the product we are again having the single silver, one chloride, one sodium ion and one nitrate ion. So it means that the equation is balanced. The number of ionic compounds on both sides are equal. The third step is now we have to rewrite it in terms of the ions. Now how are we going to write this in terms of ions? We were having the first reactant, which is silver nitrate in aqueous state. So what will be its ionic? What will be its ionic equation? Plus, and this is nitrate minus. The second one which we have taken was, let me write it. The second reactant is sodium chloride. Remember these all are in aqueous state. This is C, right? So sodium plus chloride ion, and the product will be, first one was silver chloride. So silver chloride is in the solid state, so that's why it will be as it is. It can't be converted into its ions. Remember this thing. It will stay in the solid state. Next is sodium nitrate. Sodium nitrate has two ions. One is sodium, whereas the second one is nitrate ion. So here you can see the ionic compound which will be producing spectator ions would be the silver nitrate. Silver nitrate ions will be as a spectator ions. The sodium ions and nitrate ions marked in the they will be like staying in the solution at the end of the reaction, so they have not take part in the chemical reaction. As a result, we used to call them as spectator ions. Since only silver ions and chloride ions have reacted, so the equation for the reaction can be written in the simplified form, which is, let me write it, silver in aqueous state along with chloride ion in aqueous state would be making silver chloride in solid state. So the simplified form of the reaction is this one. So this is the ionic equation for the reaction between aqueous silver nitrate and an aqueous sodium chloride, and the product which will be produced is silver chloride in the form of white precipitates. This silver chloride will be produced. Precipitates means any solid particle which can't be dissolved. So these are suspended solid particles in the reaction. So here is the checkpoint. In this checkpoint, when zinc is added to copper sulfate solution, copper and zinc sulfate are formed. Write the ionic equation for this reaction. Reactants are zinc and copper sulfate. Zinc is a metal, so it will be in the solid state, plus copper sulfate will be in aqueous state because it's an ionic compound, and we will be getting zinc sulfate in aqueous state along with copper. I am writing it here because the space is insufficient, so that's why I am writing it at the bottom. So the first step is to write the balanced chemical equation for the reaction includes the state symbols. So we have written the balanced chemical equation along with the state symbols. So these are the state symbols which are representing the states of each of reactants and products. Rewrite the equation in terms of ions for the substances in the aqueous state. Now let's write this equation in terms of ions. So for that, how are we going to write it? Zinc is a metal, it will be in the solid state, it can't be changed. We can't write the ionic state of zinc, but copper can be written. Copper with the +2 state in the aqueous state, and next one is sulfate, which will also be in the aqueous state, and as a result we will get zinc in +2 state, and this is again in the aqueous state, and we are having sulfate plus copper as a solid. So see, in the beginning this zinc is a solid, it's a metal, and it is neutral in state. But after the reaction, what will happen? It will be converted into a cation. How it will be converted into a cation? This copper is electron deficient. So what it will do? This zinc will transfer its 2 electrons to this copper. So as a result, we will get a zinc ion which will be electron deficient, whereas the copper will be getting 2 of its electrons and it will be neutral in the product side. So after cancelling out the spectator ions, the reaction will be changed. Now which one are spectator ions over here? Sulfate ions will be the spectator ions over here, as they are present in the aqueous state, plus they are not taking part in the reaction, right? So that's why they will be the spectator ions. Now let's rewrite the equation without the spectator ions in its simplified form. So after eliminating spectator ions, we will be having this equation: zinc plus copper cation, aqueous state, and then we will be having zinc +2 in the aqueous state plus copper in the neutral state, which will be a solid. So this is how we are going to write the equation. This is the ionic equation. and it is the balanced ionic equation. I am writing it at the bottom after this arrow because there is insufficient space, but you have to write it in sequence in one line. This is it. If there would be any confusion, you may ask me. Thank you so very much for watching it.